Oh, oh, getting all situated. I should have grabbed my gimbal there. Mhm. Hello, everybody. Aloha, Kelly Copter. I love that you're the first person I'm seeing here. And Farrell Cheryl. Hello. Hey, Fairy in the chat. Aloha. Aloha, Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs. Hey, Northern Girl and Arkansas Flamingo. Aloha, Cricket Cinema and Candace and Karen and Callie Galley. Hey, I'm headed your way. Hey, Kathy Scogans and Nisa, Greggy, Yo Yo. Hey, Eric Rader. How you guys all doing? Aloha. We are obviously not doing a regular recap today. Hey, Mock and Ann. Yo, yeah, I'm running away. I'm out. I'm out. Although I'm not going far from y'all because I'm going to continue to live stream. You guys are not going to believe what happened. Not going to believe what happened. I am at the airport and I'm getting ready to get on a flight, and you're not going to believe what happened. I'm still blown away, actually, and kind of shocked. Northern Girl. Yeah, I'm at the airport. Okay, so here's what happened. Hey, Constance June. Yes, I am going someplace good. Good morning, Debbie from Portland. So you guys know that most of you know I'm from Hawaii, and I have a sister who lives in Hawaii, and my sister Lana, who lives here in Minnesota. You guys have met here on the channel. Mama Opal, thank you for being here. Aloha, Kristen. You guys have gotten to know my sister Lana. She shared a lot of her story about Scientology and being in the Sea Organization. Duchess, thank you. Hey, Rona. Dr. Evil's Finger. Oh my gosh, I love that. Is that from Austin Powers? Dr. Evil? I absolutely love those movies. Hey, Henratty, aloha to you. So, my sister Lana, as you guys know, since my Tony died, and if you're new to my channel, hello, I'm Natalie, and this is Life After a Cult. I talk about Scientology, the cult I grew up in, other cults, and life after a cult, what that's all about, et cetera, et cetera. So, since my Tony died last year, Lana has been coming over. She spends probably one night a week at my house, and it's just been amazing and so helpful. And Lana, went back home with her husband as they do, and they're going to be gone for like almost a month. And it's been really hard not having her around as much. And I've been trying to, like, I don't want her to think she can't leave me alone, you know, because she can. I'm a big girl. I put my big girl panties on each day and I just deal. I try to deal. So my brother-in-law called me yesterday, and I had not told them, like, that I've been having a hard time lately and just struggling more. But that's just the grief process. I'm working through it. So nothing's wrong. It's just, it's been only 7 months. I'm going to continue to go through grief and process that loss with everything I have to do, whether it's going through his things or, things with the house and downsizing and so many things. It's just it's gonna be a thing for the rest of my life. I mean, I'm hoping it's not gonna be as bad as it's been. I don't think it will because I've heard from so many of you who have said, "Hey, it does get better. It's just it's just different." And I so appreciate those kind words and advice and that support. So, Chuck calls me out of the blue yesterday, my brother-in-law, and he says, "If I get you a ticket, will you fly out here and be with your sisters?" I can almost cry now thinking about it. And of course, I said, yes. I think before he even finished the sentence, I said, yes, yes, that's incredible. It's beyond generous. It is completely over and beyond. over and above. And I would like nothing more to be with my sisters, especially right now. And they're together back home, and I'm over here in Minnesota, but not for long. I'm going to what it's a long ways, so I'm not even going to get there until after midnight Minnesota time. But I said yes. I rescheduling my interview with Janice Grady. I was going to interview her here on the channel today. I spoke to her. I'm gonna do it from Hawaii. I'm gonna be live streaming, doing all of that, still from Hawaii. I'm taking you guys with me. I'm gonna be on Oahu, which is where I actually was born and raised, and I'm looking forward to sharing a lot of my home with you guys. And it's also an opportunity to go back, and you guys know too, my dad passed away in Hawaii just 10 weeks before Tony did. And I haven't really begun to unpack that much, but my dad was a lifeguard at Waimea Bay on the island of Oahu for many, many years. And that's where we scattered his ashes. Yeah, Constance June Janice was so cool. She's such a cool lady. She totally, absolutely was cool with it. So, we're gonna go to back to where we scattered our dad's ashes, and um, kind of like be together and mourn the loss of our dad and Tony, and have a lot of fun. Have a lot of fun. I'm running away. I'm out. Like I said, I'm gonna be live streaming from there. I'm still gonna do a Scientology recap. I'll do one on Monday, but I want to hop on. And the nice thing about Oahu is there's much better cell reception than the Big Island, where I've taken you guys before. Thank you, Debbie. Marcy, you are kind of running away with me. Henready, yes, absolutely a special brother-in-law. I could not believe it. I'm still, honestly, I'm still shocked. It was yesterday afternoon when he reached out, and I've just been frantically, getting things taken care of on my other job as well. And the beauty of what I do with YouTube and even my other jobs, so much of it I can do for a period of time from anywhere. So why not take this opportunity and just go work back home in Hawaii for, I don't even know how long I'm gone. I think 9 days. Um, Christian, I've been out of the cult for 15 years now. I just hit 15 years. Yeah. I know it feels like running away because it's been such a rough week. I mean, it's been just rough. It's been rough since November. I mean, it's been rough for a long time. It just goes in waves, and this last wave has just been really hard. And I think being with my sisters, I mean, if they were in Nebraska or Iowa, I would absolutely be flying there. It does not suck to be from Hawaii, and when you go home, you get to go back home there. Um, and stay with family, and I get to see my nieces who I've not seen in, I think, over a year. Thank you, Cricket Cinema. I'll check that out. That's right, Becky. Family can be my blanket. That's how it feels. Yeah, Eric, I'm signing a 9-day contract with Oahu. Yeah, Constance June. It's been, winter. Winter. Although I gotta say, we haven't gotten a lot of snow in Minnesota, so I feel like it's not too bad this year. But it's been super cold. Lupita, thank you, Happy Healing Train. Yeah, ASIN, exactly. That's exactly what we wanna do together, and it's hard for my sisters and I to be in the same place at the same time. One of us lives in Hawaii, the other 2 lives here. So we Jenna, hey, lovely. Love you, thank you for the flowers. And I'm excited to I just be with my sisters, I gotta tell you, and of course, my brother-in-laws. I got 2 brother-in-laws who are there right now, and family. It just yeah, I'm ready to get the hell out of here, and a change of scenery and all that. Marcy, I'm leaving now. My flight is in less than 2 hours. Jill, that's amazing. That is amazing. You guys, I've told you this before, and if you've been to Hawaii, I think you know. There is something magical about it. The energy, the vibe, it's just the people. It's like, from the time you get off the plane, it's like this giant hug that you get, and I just so connect with that, and when I go home, it's like it just fills my cup, and I feel like, "Okay, good. I'm good for a while. I can get through another however much amount of time," and going home does that for me. It's it's just incredibly healing, and it's nice to go back right now, with the spur of the moment trip. Thank you, Kristen. Hey, PJ Masks. It's nice to go back for something, more happy. The last 3 times I went home, it was 'cause someone died, or 2 of the time because someone died, and the other time was because my dad was in the ICU. So going home this last couple of years, actually even longer, to be honest, my grandma, when she passed away the year before, this is the first time I'm going home in a couple of years just to it just feels more celebratory in a way, like a revamp, a relaunch, all of the things, and yeah, I'm gonna be able to do everything I do here in Minnesota from there for the most part, and I'm excited, like I said, to show you guys a lot of honestly, you're gonna see a lot of food. Because when I go home, it's not, you'll see some beaches, but you're gonna see a lot of food. You can see a lot of poke. You can see a lot of poi. You can see a lot of manapua. You can see a lot of malasadas. You're gonna see a lot of poi donuts. And, throw it out there too if there's stuff, if I'm, not far from it that you would like to see on Oahu while I'm there, let me know. Let me know, and, I'll share it with you. Yeah, main house. It's gonna be a lot of food. In addition to reconnecting to the culture, for me, it's like, it's the food. It's the food. Oh, Eunice, I will. Yeah, and the Kona coffee. All of the things. Hey, Andy. Oh my gosh, is Mina there? Mina. It's my granddaughter. Andy, I was telling Shelby the other day, like, we need to do a video call with Mina. I miss her terribly. Thank you, PJ Mac. It's you guys, the community that we build here on the channel, the aloha that you guys share, are amazing moderators who I like to call them aloha ambassadors. Because that's what they do. That's right, Eric Rader, spam alert. There will be spam. There will be spam musubi. There will be a lot of barefoot in the sand, barefoot in the grass, all of the things. Yeah, Andy, when I get there, we should do a video call. It's a 5-hour time difference, I think. Is it 5 hours now or 4? Is it 5 or 4? Oh my god, I don't even know. I'll find out. Bird watcher, no, I am not thinking about moving back. I don't think I can handle being that far away from my children and my grandkids, who are all in Minnesota. So I don't see myself moving back. Beachcomber, that's funny. You know what? You should just go. Don't wait for a honeymoon. Take yourself on a honeymoon. What do they call that? Is that a solo moon? I feel like there's a word for it somewhere. That's right, PJ Masks. It's amazing what salt, sand, and sun, I think, can do for somebody. And you guys have been, how many times I've been on here just losing it, as I work through my grief and my life after a cult. And I want to share the good times with you guys too, the celebratory times. So brace yourself for some really fun, you know, seeing some stuff. Oh, and Office of Special Affairs. Um, I guess I may as well give you a heads up. I'm sure you know this. I will be protesting at the Oregon, Hawaii. Want to go by and say hi. I'm sure my sister and my one sister my youngest sister was never in Scientology, but uh yeah, Kelly Copter, feel all this love and let it wrap you up. Speak soon, darling. Love you, Kelly. And thank you for your awesome encouragement. Um, we got some amazing, y'all are amazing. In the last couple of days, I've had really inspiring conversations with both Kelly and Jenna and Sandy, so many people. Um, and it's just amazing that this happened the way that it did. So I'm super excited. It's so far though. I was talking to the Uber driver, and now there's like a direct flight to Germany from Minnesota, and he was saying it's like 7 hours. I'm like, wow, if you flew direct to Hawaii, it's 9 hours. I always think Europe is so much further from where I am, but really it's not. I think I'm just more comfortable getting on a flight and traveling that far when I'm going home. I'm not on a direct flight though. Thank you, old Fritz. I'm telling you, you guys bring that aloha. And on the vertical videos, there's always going to be a little bit of degree of trolls. Just hit that like button and subscribe before you leave, trolls. Thank you, Jersey Jan. Yeah, Birdwatcher, I'm taking y'all with me. I just think that's, like I said, you guys have been with me through hell and high water so far. So I want you to come along on, the fun stuff too. It's not just all, me bawling my eyes out. Hey, Rabbit, good to see you. Aloha, girl. I'm headed home last minute. Madly in love with Jesus. Anyway, an old friend, non-Scientologist can contact someone still in the org. Very possibly. Why don't you shoot me an email, Natalie at lifeafteraccult.com, and tell me what organization they're with and the person, and I'll see if I can find somebody to connect you. Yep, Jamie, I'm going home to Hawaii. Oh, Mary, a me moon. Yes, that does sound, yeah, that would be what it would be called, wouldn't it? Kristen and Asen, those are wise words. You always come with the wise word. Kristen, where would you suggest to go in Hawaii as a first time visitor? Personally, I love the Big Island. Now, I love Oahu, which is where I'm headed, and that's the island I was born on. But it's so much traffic. And the Big Island has so many different climates. You can be in the snow, not that I'm going to do that at all, but there's like desert, and then there's more like, more like a forest, and just so many different climates. I feel like there's more to do on the Big Island, less traffic. And I think it's really neat to see all the lava fields and stuff too. Northern Girl, yeah, my sisters know I'm going. Okay, so my brother-in-law did this without even talking to Lana. He spoke to my youngest sister because they needed to make arrangements for me to be able to stay with my stepmom. Good, Violet. I'm glad you're here for the food and the beaches. Yeah, I'm taking you with me. We are going to Hawaii because I don't get there till late after midnight Minnesota time. I'll live stream from there tomorrow. Yeah, Barbie poi donuts are amazing. Totally worth looking up. Thank you, Rabbit. Love you too. Yeah, Mock, I like to grab shells. We don't touch the lava. You don't mess with that in Hawaii. You do not ever take the lava. It's considered bad luck and disrespectful towards Pele, who's the goddess of fire, and the lava is hers. Oh, Beachcomber, I'm running away to the Isle of Wight. Is it White? At the end of the month, the UK's little Hawaii. That's cool. Good, we're both running away. Cindy, thank you so much. Thank you, Kelly. Good reminder. Double tap if you're watching on your phone. Hit that like and subscribe, especially you want to follow along while we're in Hawaii. A Michigan troll. Yeah, I'm going through LA, which kind of sucks. I'd rather go through like Seattle if you have to go through somewhere. I haven't taken the direct flight in years. It never seems to work out. A cute pumpkin clod hopper. Thank you. Show us some beauty when you're there if it fits in your schedule. Oh, yeah. No, I am going to be doing my regular live streams and stuff and probably an interview or two from Hawaii, but then taking you guys out with me. No, I feel like you guys have supported me so much. You've shown me so much love and support that I'm taking you with me. I wanna share the experience and the beauty of it with you because, again, it's you guys are here for when I'm struggling and working through grief, and I wanna be able to share those more uplifting times and fun stuff and celebratory things too. Hey, squawg. I haven't seen you in a while. Aloha, Lacey. Good to see you. Jamie, I did watch you guys protest yesterday. That one street preacher, if you guys didn't see any of the streams from Clearwater yesterday, they were out protesting. And there was this guy who was a YouTube channel. I think he's like a street preacher or something, but he called Farrell Sherrill a witch. I mean, it just went on and on. He called Aaron a fornicator. It was kind of funny. And Jamie, you were talking to him too. Thank you. Kim is not a degraded being. Yeah, no, hey, girl, I'm with you. I would be jealous too. I'm I'm amazed. I'm just still so blown away. That is such an incredibly thoughtful and incredibly generous thing to do. I especially since, I haven't been saying anything to them because I don't want them to be worried about me while they're in Hawaii and having an amazing time, which they deserve to have. So, I'm so excited. And Eric saw, "Let's cook something in a banana leaf." That's right, Lacey, I'm taking you with me. You guys are coming with me. 'Cause I'll still I'm still gonna be streaming and I have other work from my other job I'm still gonna be doing there. I actually don't think I think I've been on 1 non-working vacation in maybe 15 years, and that's only because there was no Wi-Fi or cell phone signal. It was for 5 days when I went up north, I think in 2020, 2021. Otherwise, I take my work with me, and I'm not complaining. I'm very, very fortunate to be able to do that. Ah, Silva, I'm so sorry. Wow. Yeah, Kristen, absolutely. And you gotta if we've learned nothing, it's so cliche, but life is too short. And there are some inexpensive ways to do it. When I go, I eat a lot from the grocery store. The poke bars at like Foodland, which is a local grocery store there, has the most amazing poke. Um, Plate lunches and stuff that you could eat 3 meals off of one of them. So I'll get like a big plate lunch and I'll eat it 2, 3 meals. Um, and doing things like as a group sometimes too, right? If you go with people and you do a VRBO, I'm staying with family, but that's a way to do it. Lacey, that's so funny. I bet you cherish that now. Me and Taz just don't go in the ocean and get stung by ant creatures, please. I know. Okay, so when I went home last year to take Tony's ashes out to sea, while I was there at the same beach I've gone to a ton of times in the tide pools, standing just in the sand. Yeah, I got stung by a sea urchin. I've never in my life been stung by a sea urchin. And I was wearing my water shoes. It was really weird. I think it might have been like come loose and was just floating and banged into me. I don't know. Mike, thank you. And thank you for being here and coming out of lurker mode. Yeah, Northern Girl, taking you with me. Thank you, Candace. Yep, Sue Adams, I appreciate that. Hey, Amber. For the 4th of July, we're going to be camping in Minnesota. Maybe you could come in the campsite and have lunch or dinner with us. Amber, email me, or if you got my number, text me, or email me your number and I'll text you. Absolutely, Amber. Just tell me what part of Minnesota. Um, over 4th of July. Yeah, it just depends on where, but gosh, I would love to see you, Amber. Hanratty, that's so sweet. Lana must be missing you as well. I hope so. It was very, she didn't know. Her husband did all this. I'm the one who told Lana because he told me, "If you wanna tell your sister, you can." I haven't told her. And I sent her a picture of a squirrel in my backyard because I've got these chunky squirrels that I just adore that run around, and there was one right outside the window. It was such a great picture. I should put it on my community page. And I sent that to Lana, and then I called her, and I said, "I'm gonna see you tomorrow." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, your husband is flying me out to Hawaii so I can be with my sisters." Thank you, Greggy. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, Lisa, plate lunch. My mouth is watering now just thinking about it. I'm so hungry. I wonder if I have time. Let's see, it's almost 10. I'm looking at the People's Organic, like, ooh, I'm hungry now. I probably gotta grab something to eat. James Steele. You guys didn't see James Steele's funny joke there. Check it out. James, you're the best. Thank you. Yeah, Kayla, I think it's gonna be wonderful. Healing, just what the doctor ordered. It's amazing how it works out because I was really feeling at the end of my rope in ways, just from a stress point. Like, how much more can I take? And, no matter what, I'll always figure it out. It's just this whole moving through the grief process is just rough on top of a lot of things that are already rough. And I'm just really working hard to focus on me and figure out what I need to heal, what I need to continue to move forward, what I need to work through my grief and stuff. And that's I think it's just how I have to do it. And it's what I've been doing. And I have amazing, amazing support from all of you and from my friends as well. And yeah, it's just easier to do work and get stuff done. I feel like I'm for work in Hawaii. So already my stress level is like, because I enjoy what I do for work, but I have a tendency to focus too much on it. And then, I have to be able to pull back, and this will definitely help. That's right, Jill. Avocados the size of Nerf football. That's not a joke. That's so true. Thank you, Eric. Sandy, I will have half a dozen malasadas for you. Aaron, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. I feel like this is, like I said, just really good timing because I've just been feeling like I just need a break. It's because it's so cold in Minnesota, it's hard to go outside. And I'm like, really been feeling like I need to be outside. I need to be in the sun. I wish I could have my feet in the grass. And not being able to do that, I think makes things harder too. So I'm gonna get a lot of outdoor time. 6P fan 7, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I'm catching up on the chat a little bit. Maria, did I ever tell you I went to Greece one time? What a beautiful place. I've been to a lot of different places in the world, and I've always felt that, Hawaii is the most beautiful. I still feel that. But from what I've seen so far of the world, Greece. For me, Greece is a second, comes in a close second, which I think is amazing because my Tony was half Greek, Macedonian, Greek. Yeah, Sandy's playing Whack-A-Troll, no doubt. It's a vertical video. YouTube likes us as creators to do vertical streams. They encourage us to do it, because I think they wanna compete with TikTok and stuff, but you do gotta put up with some trolls and things. And the mods are amazing. Shout out to the mods. Oh, hey, Cricket Cinema. I didn't know you were half Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. Yeah, a lot of malasadas. Malasadas are from the Portuguese. Portuguese brought them to Hawaii. I did not know that about you. Very cool. Maria? No, only Tony was half Greek. I'm half Spartan. Yeah, he was half Greek, half Irish. Yep. Shout out to the mods. That's right, Asen, the sibling of Turkey. They were always bickering. I remember learning about that when I was there. Wow, Professor Furberger, you're half Portuguese too? Wow. So my grandmother or great grandmother is where the Portuguese comes from on my mother's side. Yeah, Mark, exactly. Being able to be barefoot outside, it's just it's hard not to do when like life is so challenging. Yeah, me and Tess. The mods like Whack-A-Troll. It's fun for them. And it's so crazy because I always think about like if I'm scrolling, my inclination is not to just troll people randomly on a vertical live stream, but I'm obviously not their demographic. That's what she said. Oh yeah, prepare to see lots of Hawaiian food. I cannot wait. I truly, it's all about the food. That's right, Mock. Shoes are just a gorgeous disconnect from nature. Yeah. Rob, my dad walked to school uphill both ways in the snow. Yep. So I've got, I think, an hour and a half or so before my flight leaves. And then, like I said, headed to LA for a little bit. DNV, I'm not there yet. I'm on my way. Very last minute. Hand ratty? Yeah, you love that spam. I love spam. If I had time, I would have made some this morning. Yeah, my brother-in-law surprised me yesterday, called me up and said, "If I get you a ticket, will you fly out tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Yes." I cannot tell you how uplifting that was and is because I miss my sisters terribly. And this is just going to be great, just be able to be with them and see my nieces and other family and be back home again. Asen, a total gem. He's been a solid rock in our family for well since they've been together, which has been over a couple of decades. Oh, hooey ho! That's right, Eric Rader. Ooh, that reminds me, I should have put lotion on my tattoo. I gotta find some lotion. Thank you, DNV. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm still gonna be doing recaps. Anderson, thank you so much. Love back to you. And doing other, like I said, I'm probably gonna do my Janice Brady interview from Hawaii. Just gotta figure out the time difference. I think she's on the West Coast, so it's not that bad. I'll be able to figure it out. Asi, I appreciate the proposal, but no, I don't see myself getting married anytime soon. Oh, Karen, well, the funny thing is, this is how much of a Virgo I am. I had already started a packing list for my trip in May. So I just took that list and then just started packing. So that was really helpful. That's right, Ace. Put some lotion. It puts the lotion on the skin. It puts the lotion in the basket. Can you guys name that movie? I know Asen knows. Yeah, Old Fritz. It's like so the timing, I can't even tell you. Exact. Wow. You were widowed 7 years ago. Yeah, you know. You know. The timing could not have been more perfect. Like I said, it's been real and I know it's because I've been going through a lot of Tony's things and sorting things out more now, starting to do that. And it's a process, and because I'm grieving and sometimes I cry and I work through it, it doesn't mean that anything's wrong. It just means I'm working through it, and the only way that I'm gonna come out on the other side of this pain is to go through the pain. I have finally accepted that that's the only way I'm going to heal from the pain of losing Tony is by going through the pain, is by feeling the pain. Trust me, I've tried to go around it, under it, over it, and I joined a widows group, which is really helpful, and yeah, I just have to go through it. I have to experience it. I have to be willing to do it. And for somebody, growing up in a cult like Scientology and not growing up with the tools to process emotions or to properly grieve, like I have to learn that. I've learned some, but not to the degree that I am now, out of pure necessity. It's sink or swim. And so those tools for grief really, are really helping. The books that people have sent me, therapy, my widow group, like all of these things are helping me get these tools. Me and Taz, I got a bunch of family in Hawaii. I don't even know how much because, cousins, 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 aunties, 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 uncles, uncles, uncles. DNB, yeah, I'm the oldest. Lana, 2 years younger, and my youngest sister is 16 years younger than me. She's the smarty pants in the family, and you guys will get to meet her. I'll ask her if she'll come on video. I think she would. I can't remember if she did last year. She's the smart one, super smart. Went to law school. Thank you, Eric. Mock, get him a hat. Robin, did you really? Natalie, my husband died at the same time as Tony of cancer. I ran away to Hawaii. Did I know this? Wow. Wow, Robin. I'd loved it. Robin, if you haven't already, can you send me an email, Natalie@lifeafteracult.com? I would love to chat. That's what she said. So sorry for your loss. Yeah, losing your person is it's like having half of your body cut off, cut in half. Like you die when they die, but then you realize you're still alive and you have to create this whole new life. That's what I'm trying to do. I realized that I was trying to still live the life that I had, and that life died, was over, gone, done. And I think that's why Tony always would talk about before he died how important it was for me to visualize my life after he was gone so that I create that, so that I, put energy towards that, so that I see myself, being happy. When he was alive, it was very hard for me to do it. We tried. I could do it to a degree, but it was still hard. And grief is a process. Everyone's journey is different, and no one should tell you how you should travel it. That is so true. And that's the other thing too. There's no timeline. It's all that's what I've learned by availing myself to a lot of tools. There is no timeline. It's my timeline. And I need to do the things that bring me peace. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's so much too why it's important to me on my channel to focus on aloha, to focus on the reason my channel is there, which is to expose Scientology and other cults and take a look at life after a cult. Because I think that's just as important to share. There's so much life to be had. You can have an entire new life and interact with the world and learn, even if you grew up in a cult like I did. Me and Taz, no, my youngest sister was never in Scientology. We had different moms. Monica, you hit the nail on the head. This trip home and being with your sisters is a great time to let yourself feel the grief. Lots of love to you. Love back to you, Monica. That is so true. Letting myself feel the grief and too, like where I know there's people right there, to make sure I don't get stuck in it. Natalie, I would love that. I'm crying every day. I was married 40 years. Wow, Robin. Yeah, shoot me an email. I'm going to be traveling all day, but yeah, please do. Mary James, you're so right. Tony did say he knew you'd have us. I hope we help a little. More. than a little. I am not lying when I say I don't know. I just don't know how I get through this. I'm very much a verbal processor, and for some reason, talking to you guys, probably because I don't see your faces, if I'm being honest, it's easier for me to be vulnerable and talk about what's going on. And I'll be honest with you, it's not my favorite thing to be vulnerable and be that open like that because it's painful. It's painful to experience. And, but I think I have no other, like, I have to talk about it because to go and do a recap or do interviews and not talk about what's really going on, it's hard. And I get so much support from all of you. I think we're really have a really nice community. And Tony was right. I kind of thought he was crazy a little bit. Like, well, what do you mean? Like, how would that help me? And it's this tether, it's this lifeline. And that's why, like I said, I want to share more life after a cult stuff with you guys too, because it's not all, to bring some balance to that. Yeah, Mary, your Tony was wise. He sure was. Robin, thank you so much. Hey, boobologist. The career someone has doesn't mean they're smarter. Imagine what career you could have had if you'd had the opportunity to have a real education. Thank you for that. Even my smarty pants, my smarty pants law school sister says that. Nostalgia gaming, Scientology is a human trafficking cult. They like to say they're an applied religious philosophy. But go ahead and Google it or check out my channel, Life After a Cult. I do daily commentary on Scientology and other cults, and you'll find out a lot there. And I try to add some fun to it too, as fun as cults can be, for my own sanity. Greggy says it was impossible for me to picture what life would be like after my dad passed while he was still alive, so I can understand your difficulty with that. Yeah. And I think it's so crazy to me that Tony knew that. He could see it. I couldn't see it. He knew. He kept saying, "This community, these people on your channel, your ability to go on and talk to them is going to get you through, and I want you to lean on them and trust." And when you grow up in a cult and you spend 35 years with 3 generations of your family in one, trust is can be difficult. And, like, I don't care about the trolls. Those things don't bother me. It's more trusting that if it becomes too much for any of you, that you'll step away. Grief and talking about these things, and even my cult experience can be difficult for other people, just even who hear it. But I so appreciate all of you here. Professor Furberger, Natalie, you help us a great deal by being vulnerable out loud. I hope so, because sometimes I honestly just feel like an asshole. But when I talk to you guys, even when it's the ugly Oprah cry, I feel better. I feel better. Okay, my daughter Kelsey just sent me a text that popped up on the screen. Oliver, you guys know my grandson Oliver, he's 7, and Kelsey and Oliver live with me. They moved in about a month or 2 after Tony died, and it's been amazing. Oliver just told her, "Grandma's gone? Well, I guess I'm the man of the house now." I think he means, like, maybe more head of the house. I mean, I wasn't really the man of the house, but I love that. He's gonna take care of his mom. Vicky, thank you for sharing that. Wow, Vicky, yeah. And it's an unfortunate club to be a part of when you lose your partner or, I mean, anybody close to you. Losses, it's universal. It doesn't discriminate, but it's a pain that's like no other. Ah, that's what she said. That makes me so happy. I get support from you, replay crew mostly. God, you have no idea how much that means to me. That's right, James. Every day is a day closer to my Tony. Be sure to fill every day with love and laughter. You'll have more to talk about when you meet again. Love you, kiddo. James, I love you and thank you for that. Jen Cass, thank you. And I'm going to keep sharing it. And that's part of why So on my channel, it was called Scientology Life After a Cult, but everybody calls it Life After a Cult, whether I'm on other channels or they're highlighting my content, or when people talk about my channel, they always say Life After a Cult. Natalie over at Life After a Cult. So I'm like, well, I'm dropping the Scientology and I'm just going to call it Life After a Cult because I talk about Scientology, I talk about other cults, but I share life after a cult too. And that's a lot of what I think I'm doing with you guys now, like even in losing Tony and learning how to breathe properly, learning how to work through the process and the pain. So I'm so glad that a lot of you are here for it. And I want to show you guys some fun and some great stuff when I'm there. And remember, if you see something, say something. I'm still going to be doing a recap. If there's, Scientology or occult content you want me to take a look at, Natalie at lifeafteraccult.com. Put a timestamp. Timestamps are really important because I consume a lot of content to do my recap and I can't possibly watch everything or a clip. Yeah, Jamie Castro. That's why I changed the name of the channel. Nobody was calling it Scientology Life After a Cult. Everybody called it Life After a Cult. Trust me, though. OSA, Office of Special Affairs, lean in. Don't get it twisted. I'm not backing off of Scientology one bit. One bit. In fact, I'm doubling down. So the name change is only because that's what everybody calls it. And it really is about life after a cult because I'm sharing with you guys like Tony, grief, so many things. Nolo, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Hey, pause for Andrea. Yeah, Maria, you're so right. Linda Scott, I agree. And I love too now that when I think about him, I am smiling more. I'm starting to see him when he was well. In the beginning, I just kept seeing him when he was sick. And now when he pops into my head, I see him dancing and well, happy. Um, how he always did the shimmy when he would come up and like he would always dance around the house like that. And that's what I see now. I see that more than I see him sick. And that is a beautiful thing because that makes me smile. That brings me such peace because I also know that he is okay, that he is better. He was so sick for 3 years. He, he just never got better. And for somebody like him who lived life out loud, that was no way to live. Little by little. That's right, Dr. MLS, would be modeling the merch. And let me tell you, the merch sales has never been the same. When Tony was around and doing that, we moved a lot more merch. Jessica, great question. How did I deprogram myself? Um, learning other tools. Learning other tools for life was a huge part of it. Learning the correct terminology for things that weren't Scientology words. There's so many things. If you're new to my channel, check out some of my videos. I talk about it quite a bit. And I love that question because, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. I feel like I still deprogram myself to a degree because when something happens that I haven't dealt with before, I need new tools. I don't want to default to my Scientology indoctrination. Oh, Vicky, I am so sorry about your daughter. But by December, I thought of her chastising me for not putting up Christmas decorations. She probably did. She probably was. Old Fritz, you didn't even notice? Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like I said, everybody called it Life After a Cult anyways. And I'm like, let's shorten it up. Mock, that's hilarious. So what I hear is Tony shimmying and merch shorts are coming. We don't have any shorts. Stefan, yeah, your family raised you in a church that was absolutely a cult, can absolutely relate. If you're not familiar with my content, check it out. You're going to find a lot of support in this community, a lot of so many people, whether it was an actual cult or a high control group. an abusive situation. I feel like there's a lot we learn about from each other that help us to move beyond that. Trying to remember what time my flight boards. Hold on, you guys. I gotta, how do I do this while I'm on a live? There we go. I just want to make sure I'm not missing my flight as I'm sitting here yapping. Yep, Vicky, everyone on their own path. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm super excited to take you guys with me to Hawaii. I'm super excited to be live streaming from there. I'm excited to, I've been talking to some of my friends, other creators. I'm excited by what they're doing, what's coming. There's, it's, thank you, Pause for Andrea. Anyways, lots to look forward to as we work through things or I work through things. Um, but I'm feeling good about it. I think this is me running away right now to Hawaii is perfect. And I'm excited to share it with all of you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and check your subscribe too. Two people emailed me and said they were unsubscribed. I don't know how that works. Guy in his room. Let's see. When I was in Scientology, celebs, Kirstie Alley, John Travolta. I never saw Tom Cruise, and then some other minor celebs I would see here and there. Yeah. So like and subscribe if you want to go to Hawaii. All right. I'm going to go grab some food and head over to my gate. Thank you, you guys for all being here. Like I said, I'm a fly all day. I got a little bit of time in LA, but not much. But I plan on, getting up tomorrow and showing you guys around. So let's do it. Let's go to Hawaii. I think I'm there for 9 days or 8 days. I don't even know. I gotta look. That's how last minute this was. I don't even know. But I will be in touch. Lots of love to you guys. Thank you for sticking it out with me. It's been a rough week. In terms of, like I said, so much grief and stuff that I was going through, and you guys were right here with me going through it. So now we're going to Hawaii. Ginger, love you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. And it's going to be fantastic. We're going to keep going on onward and upward. We're going to keep exposing cults. And let's talk about some life after a cult. Let's go have some life after a cult, you guys. I will see you in Hawaii. We're gonna go have a, I can't say cult-free Hawaii because 'cause I'm gonna go protest and, somewhat be, near the cult, but cult-free for me. So aloha all of you, mahalo, and I will talk to you soon.